Hey everybody, what's up? It's Dave. If you've followed my channel at all over the past year or so, I've produced several videos of me doing work on this motorcycle that I picked up on Marketplace. This is a 1973 Honda TL125 and I've finally completed it. It is finished now, so I wanted to present it to you, do a quick walk around, show you how it came out. This is my fully restored 1973 Honda TL125. Let's take a closer look. Alright, let's take a look. I've shot several videos of this. I did the front forks and they came out absolutely beautiful. I put new seals in it, put fresh oil in it, cleaned them all up, made them look beautiful. That was one of the first things I did on this bike. Then I restored both of the wheels, relaced them with some brand new spokes, new nipples. I painted the rims. I put a brand new tire on it. You know, the brakes were perfect. So here's the whole front wheel assembly. It came out awesome, I think. Just a beautiful, you know, for 50 years old. This thing, it's 95% original. Obviously I had to replace the tires because they won't last. I had to also replace the shocks. They don't make the original shocks anymore. The shocks that came on this bike were broken. So I got some beautiful Bader gas charged aluminum shocks specifically designed for trials bike applications, and they're awesome. They are awesome. Just about everything on this bike is original. I mean, I replaced the clutch cable, but these are the original handlebars, the original levers, the original throttle assembly, original hand grips. I mean, come on, those are the original hand grips. This thing was unrestored but complete when I got it. So I didn't have to chase down a whole bunch of parts, which was awesome. You know, I totally disassembled it. I sandblasted the entire frame, sent it out, had it sandblasted. I put epoxy primer on it, and then I painted it with 2K black paint, which should make it very chip resistant and resistant to, you know, spilling gasoline on it or whatever. Just be able to wipe it off and it'll be fine. But this thing, I mean, the frame was spectacular. There's not even a ding or a dent underneath this thing. So obviously it wasn't ridden in competition, because that would be all dinged and banged up. I mean, the frame is absolutely perfect. Painted the tank. The tank I thought came out amazing. The tank was in great shape. There's no repairs on it. There's no, you know, welding on it. There was no rust on it. It was just beautiful. It just, you know, I stripped it down and painted it. Did a little bit of body work. I mean, there was a couple dings in it. A little dent here and there, but you know, I'm no body man, but I think it came out awesome. Got the original gas cap. Original kill switch. Polished up the engine as best I could. Not too bad. As far as the engine goes, I think this thing had very low hours on it. I mean, the engine is awesome. I put a new set of points in it. I tightened up the timing chain a little bit. I set the timing, and this thing starts up in one kick, and it will idle forever and never stall. It's just, it runs beautiful. I mean, it's a low RPM. I think it's got like 9 horsepower, but it's like a tractor. It won't stop. If you put it in first gear and let the clutch fly, it'll just take off. It won't stall. Put a new seat on it. I think the seat came out awesome. Everything was freshly painted, new decals, the TL, the Honda. And it's complete. I mean, look at this back wheel assembly. It's the original chain and sprockets. Again, brand new spokes on the back. Painted the rim. It just came out, I think it came out beautiful. Yep, try to hold the camera kind of steady. You know, as I move the camera around, you really can't get a good clear picture of it, but I think if I stop in certain areas, you get a nice clear picture. Came out awesome. So this is the left side of the bike. Let me show you what the right side of the bike looks like. Get a better picture of the, better look at the carb and the exhaust. Let's go take a look at the right side of the bike. And here we are. I'll take a look at the right side of the bike. Starting up front. Again, the whole wheel assembly. Looks awesome. Can't tell you how happy I am with those forks. I didn't know what these forks might look like. Again, brand new tires. The tank. Beautiful. I mean, I don't know if that's getting a good shot of the underside, but the underside is mint. You can see in there the frame's just in awesome condition. Again, polished up the engine as best I could. Redid, that's the original carburetor. Perfect. It's the original exhaust. Freshly painted side covers. Again, those beautiful shocks. Here's the exhaust, which is somewhat hard to find. I mean, the muffler, a lot of the bikes have the muffler, but very few bikes have the spark arrestor, which mine had. It was all rusted and falling apart like all of them are. You can't get them anymore. Nobody produces them. Nobody reproduces them. I mean, if you find an unrusted original, it's probably worth $1,000. So I fabricated this. You know, it's not the original. I'm not trying to fool anybody into thinking. I just wanted to have a full exhaust that looked vintage. So I built this just out of muffler pipe. I think it came out pretty cool. Looks great. You know, that's all part of the look of this bike. I mean, nobody has that spark arrestor. I can't even find pictures of it. I was trying to find pictures so that I could mimic it, and it was hard to even find pictures of it. So I built one. I think it came out pretty cool. Again, this thing's got everything. All little details. Again, it was complete when I bought it. It had everything. It was just, it looked like it was 50 years old. Original 60-tooth sprocket, the original chain, all the hardware. I love this thing. I mean, I remember this thing when I was 10 years old. This brings back memories for me. So when I finally did see one for sale that looked pretty complete, it took me about a year of negotiating with the guy. It was during COVID, you know, he wanted COVID money. Everybody thought everything they had was worth a fortune. But I was persistent, probably 8 or 10 months, and finally got it. Played with it for a couple of months, went out on the trails, rode it quite a bit. But, you know, I can't ride it now. My God, if I fall over and dent the tank, I'll be devastated. So, it's done. Probably going to, you know, sell this and move on to something else. But thought you might want to see the finished product. And there it is. My completely restored 1973 Honda TL 125. Alright, I suppose the video wouldn't be complete without actually starting it up, just to prove that there's actually components inside this engine. There's a piston in there and it actually does run. And it runs beautiful. So let's do a cold start. Let me just show you. This engine is, I mean, I don't know if you can actually see anything on that, but that engine is stone cold. Right here. There's no grabbing onto this. Even if I only started it for 30 seconds, this would be glowing hot and no one would be grabbing it. This thing is stone cold. So let's see if it fires right up. And I'm not going to edit the video or cut it. We'll just leave the video in one view. Turn the gas on. Pull the choke up. And let's see this thing start in one kick. Oh, I got to keep the choke on a little bit. I mean, it is stone cold. So let me keep the choke on. Let it warm up a little bit. There it is, still cold, but it just runs beautifully. Look at that. It's a Honda. I would expect nothing less. Very simple, no electronics on it. It's got points, it's got a condenser, a magneto. There's no battery anywhere in this bike. There's no lights. There it is. So there it is, and now I will show you again. Now that's what the exhaust looks like, 400 degrees. So that was absolutely stone cold, started right up, and it already had a beautiful smooth idle after I worked the choke a couple moments just to get it going. So there you have it. The engine does run absolutely perfect. And I think it's going up for sale. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. You know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. And we will see you on the next project. Thanks for watching.